Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. My name is Juanita Williams. I'm a purpose conduit. I am the link to life beyond pain and the channel to discovering purpose. And this is today's Tuesday Truths. We are continuing in Proverbs. This week we will be in Proverbs, the 16th chapter. Our focal verses will be Proverbs 16:2 and Proverbs 16:25. So let's dig in. Today, we're talking about motives. Proverbs 16:2, reading from the New Living Translation, says this: People may be pure in their own eyes, but the Lord examines the motives. People may be pure in their own eyes, but the Lord examines them. This verse highlights the difference between how humans perceive their own actions and how God judges them. It states, people may be pure in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their motives. This means that while people may justify their actions to themselves, God sees the true intentions and motivations behind those actions. If we are true to ourselves, if we are being real with ourselves, we can come up with some stuff that, we think is right in our own eyes. But do we seek the Lord about it? We can convince ourselves of a whole bunch of things. I don't want to get into the spiritual warfare that is happening, but if you didn't know, Satan studies your everything. He cannot read your mind. He can only hear what you speak. So if you are speaking and convincing yourself that this is a right thing, and he studies our patterns, so he will throw some thoughts in your head, like put something in the atmosphere, put something in front of your face and make you think that it's okay, and that, you can go ahead and do that. We should always seek the Lord at all times, for all things, in all things. So let's talk about that heart posture, because the word says in Jeremiah 17:9, New Living Translation, that the human heart is the most deceitful of all things, and it's desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is? Who really knows? So let's talk about that B part of the verse. But the Lord examines their motives. So the Lord examines our motives. This contrasts with the human perspective. God, unlike humans, sees beyond the outward actions and examines the internal motives and desires of the heart. The weighing signifies a careful and accurate assessment. And that careful and accurate assessment comes from the Lord. That's why it's important to seek the Lord in all things and for all things. Because if we are honest, like I said, we can talk ourselves into a whole bunch of stuff that ain't right, or we can talk ourselves out of things that are right. So we should examine our motives anyway. Why are you wanting to do this thing? Or why are you wanting this to happen? What is your motive? Be true to yourself. Check it. We need to check ourselves daily anyway, but check your motive, because we definitely can talk ourselves into things that just ain't right, or say that we're doing this for one reason when we're actually doing it for another. And that is a good segue into self-deception, because we definitely can deceive ourselves. So this part focuses on the first part of the verse, which says people may be pure in their own eyes. This part of the verse emphasizes human self-deception. People tend to rationalize their behavior making it seem right or justifiable in their own eyes, even when it might be flawed or wrong. And the thing that just came to mind was, we have this thing that we call people that just get all up in your business for no reason, where they have like no right to even say anything. They just want to be saying something just to say something. And we've adopted this name, the Karens. I've seen a bunch of videos where people are just in other folks' business for no reason, just because they think they're entitled. And that's their self-deception. So that's the thing that just popped in my head, like just all up in other folks' business when it ain't, none of the business has anything to do with you. It's just because you have deceived yourself into thinking this is the right thing to do, when all you had to do was just mind your business. If it's something that you thought that was illegal or something like that, then of course call the police. You stay out of it, because you don't know that person's motive. And most of the time, it's innocent on these videos that I've been watching. But I digress on that. So, self-deception. We can deceive ourselves into thinking that what we're doing is right. Self-deception. Self-deception is the action or practice of allowing oneself to believe that a false or unvalidated feeling, idea, or situation is true when it's actually not. So this just puts me in the mind of a video that I saw years and years and years ago. This little girl just says, mind your business. Mind your business. And I add, stay out of mine, because it really has nothing to do with you. But anyway, let me move on. Self-deception often involves selective attention, where individuals focus on information that confirms their desired belief, and ignorance, or it downplays contradictory evidence. Now say it. Proverbs 16:25 says this: there is a path before each person that seems right, but it ends in death. And this verse highlights the deceptive nature of human perception and the importance of seeking God's wisdom in making life choices. So let me give you some key takeaways. Essentially, the proverb serves as a reminder that human judgment is flawed. We are prone to self-deception and may not always accurately perceive the rightness or wrongness of our actions. I'm going to read that again. We are prone to self-deception and may not always accurately perceive the rightness or wrongness of our actions. God's judgment is perfect. God sees the heart and judges based on true motives and intentions, not just outward appearances. Humility is necessary. We should be mindful of our own potential self-deception and ask God's guidance in discerning our true motives. Always. Always. What's your true motive? Today we were talking about motives. And that deceptive heart, you got to check it. You have to check it. Listen, I have to check mine on a daily basis. And sometimes I don't, but I need to. What's my true motive? What's my true motive for anything that I do? What is it? We need to stop deceiving ourselves into thinking that, oh, I'm doing this for this reason, when really, you really aren't. And you know in your heart what your true motive is. So let's stop deceiving ourselves. Anyway, I hope this week's Tuesday Truths enlightens you, and I hope it helps you to check your motives often, check your heart, and seek God in all things, all circumstances, for all things, at all times. My name is Juanita Williams. I'm a purpose conduit. I am the link to life beyond pain and the channel to discovering purpose. And this is today's Tuesday Truths. May God bless you. May He keep you. May He make His face shine upon you. And may He be gracious to you this week. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.